In the last roadmap, Riot confirmed that we'll be getting more original champions in 2023. That means new exclusive champions like Nora should be coming this year. So I contacted the Custom Legends of Runeterra Discord and asked a simple question. What original champions should Legends of Runeterra be bringing? Hey everyone, the Skilled Roy here, back with another Legends of Runeterra video. Today I managed to get 3 of the coolest designs sent to me from the R Custom LOR Discord and compiled them for your viewing pleasure. Now the first one is an interesting one. During the Darkened Saga, we saw an introduction of an incredible different amount of champions, as well as plenty of Darken. The hallmark and forerunner of these, though, was of course Zolani, the Darken sealed within the Bloodletters. The story of the Darkened Saga features Zolani taking over June the Prodigy's body, effectively killing her. But what if she hadn't made that momentous choice, and instead pushed herself beyond the need of a Darken weapon, proving herself as a champion instead? This is the path chosen by SlushDucky, who developed this incredible June card. Just like her master, Yi, she has the same stat total out of a 3-mana 2/3 with quick attack. Whenever she strikes, she grants herself and the weakest ally in hand +1/+1, pushing her towards the hand buff archetype you see in Ionia. After summoning 4 units that have gained stat buffs or keywords, she levels up, gaining another +1/+1, as well as getting the ability to start free attacks the first time every round you play a buffed unit. This obviously creates a powerful feedback loop, as each free attack will then obviously result in another strike, which will buff another unit in hand, allowing you to do another free attack on the next turn, and so on. Now thankfully, because she starts only as a 2/3, that means she needs to get 2 solid strikes in before she starts getting to a powerful stat line. But also, she also brings a lot of power should you get those stat bonuses to a relevant unit in hand. I also love how, as a student, the card text directly showcases her gradually learning and getting stronger over time, not to mention the direct synergy with Master Yi, helping him level faster. This culminates in June's Bladefall, her champion spell. It grants an ally +1/+1, and then gives those buffs you already have on that ally to another ally in hand. This allows you to quickly leapfrog your buffs from a unit on the board to a unit in hand, making it a powerful way to guarantee that you won't lose too much value if an opponent has like a Vengeance or something similar. Overall, this is a really cohesive champion that makes a lot of sense in its region, as well as leaves the door open to plenty of synergy points. I think, however, it's a little snowbally for my tastes, so perhaps we might need to nerf its speed with a cost nerf or something equivalent. I give this a 4 in design and a 3 in execution. Now there is another original character that I think would tie in perfectly with an upcoming event. You see, Season 2 of Arcane will eventually be coming sometime, possibly at the end of 2023 or at the beginning of 2024. Now, soft spoilers here if you haven't seen the amazing series that is Arcane. Seriously, go watch it. But there is a character who makes it to the end who is honestly a really awesome fighter who has a lot going for her. And I am of course talking about the rival antagonist to Vi, Savika. Savika is Silco's enforcer, wielding a powerful shimmer-infused gauntlet that can produce an energy blade and deal some serious damage. The designer Taptricity decided to showcase our favorite bodyguard with this incredible card. Savika is a 3-mana 1/3 with Challenger. Each round, the first time you play a fast or slow spell, she gains +1 power and deals 1 to the enemy nexus. Her level up is also fairly simple, requiring her only to have 4+ power at the start of a round. While this would take normally 3 turns if you just use her effect, equipment and other buffs obviously hasten this a good deal. When she levels, she keeps growing her stat power, just like Vi does, to become a 3-mana 4/4. Now if she attacks, and you've played at least 3 fast or slow spells in a single round, she'll actually directly strike the enemy nexus, allowing you to deal some serious burn damage between her effects and that strike. This seems to be a perfect representation of just how much power we see her throw around. Now this comes with an additional element that is Savika's Amplified Jab, her champion spell. It grants an ally +1 attack and then deals the power to an enemy. With her own ability, she'll be able to quickly gain 2 power and hopefully be able to remove a priority target. Overall, Savika seems like a really solid card to grind out spells with, as an immediate choice being perhaps a Tri-Beam deck, as both her and her champion spell both cost 3 mana, and you'll be looking to try to play about 1 to 2 spells per turn in that type of deck. Add in the fact that she can help contest the board in the early game, and you have a really solid card that covers a lot of bases. Overall, I really like how this card sells the combative nature of Savika, even while keeping her in P&Z. I think if I were to nitpick anything, her champion spell is a long-winded version of giving P&Z a strike effect, something you would typically see in Demacia or Noxus. It's debatable if this type of effect is deserving to be within P&Z, as they don't typically have strike effects. However, P&Z is also well known for dealing non-combat damage, and this is clearly that, so it's really up to debate there. I also think there's a bit of tension personally on her level 2 effect. The first effect encourages more of a methodical, slow-paced playing a spell every turn type of game plan, but the level 2 encourages you to play multiple spells in a single turn. This may need to be tested thoroughly, as it could either be an interesting deck building balance or just kinda clunky. Overall though, I enjoyed the card a great deal. I think it's a solid 4 in design and a 4 in execution. But finally, we get to the last champion I'd like to share with you all today, someone who has been with us since Foundations, a follower who has shown up in countless card arts. I am of course talking about the one and only Babbling Burik. Who did you guys think I was referring to? Now, Babbling Burik has always seen a home in a lot of Freljord decks as an easy way to get access to some of your biggest threats, such as Sejuani or one of the various Bale Striders. However, Proi, the custom designer for this card, decided to take him in both a new flavorful and interesting direction. You see, this is Burik. Burik is a 3-mana 2/4 in Freljord that whenever you play a unit with a subtype you don't have, you pick it a tail to grant. And what are these tails? Well, they are of course his various quotes when you play him as a follower in Legends of Runeterra. You've got
teeth big as tombstones,
which gives 2 power,
tall as a mountain and covered in ice,
which gives 2 health, and finally,
eyes blazing bright as torches,
granting fearsome. This allows you to customize your threats based on what you need at a given time. If you're facing a deck with a lot of removal, you can go for the health to keep your units alive. If you want to push aggression, you go for the power. And if the opponent has a lot of small blockers, you gotta hit him with a fearsome. Now, I especially love how they actually tied this to the multi-subtype deck. We've seen cards reference this in the past with things like Warden of the Tribes or Call of the Wild, which will make you want to run a variety of different subtypes within the same deck. Having a champion who actively focuses on this deck concept and even plays into the very same versatility could be really interesting to play with, and I think this is an absolutely awesome idea for a champion. Of course, after you've told 3+ tails, Burik levels up and his tails hit a new level of exaggeration. Now, for the rest of the game, all of your tails will share their tails with other units, allowing you to stack huge attack buffs and health buffs, all with a fearsome kicker to boot. But if you're lacking in subtypes, his champion spell has you covered. Burik's "They're Coming After Me" allows you to create a Poro, Elnuk, or Yeti in hand, allowing you to pick and choose which subtype in Freljord you don't currently have, so that a tail is always available. Crucially, because you spend 1 mana on the casting of this effect, each of the units are overcosted, meaning you pay a versatility cost here, and I think that's totally fine for a champion spell. This is kind of similar to how 3 Sisters and the various Tellstones work. I really enjoy this design as I feel it pushes a unique archetype of deck building that has only really seen a small amount of support up to this point. It encourages a lot of creativity and immediately makes sense from a design standpoint. Overall, I give big props to Proi for this. My rating is a simple 5 in design and a 4 in execution. And there you have it, 3 custom champions who could maybe show up in Legends of Runeterra one day. Do you guys have a favorite original champion from the lore that you would like to show up in Legends of Runeterra? Who are you hoping manages to make it to Legends of Runeterra? Please let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear it. And if you have a card you want to show me, please join up my Discord, send it to me on Discord, send it to me on Twitter even, whatever you guys want, whatever your preferred method is, and I will be sure to take a look at it. And if I like it, hey, it's going on the next review. Anyways, I will see you all next time. Thank you everyone so much for watching. Peace out.